right behind you.
So glad you could finally join us. We feared you'd gotten eaten by Darkspawn. Turns out the shield isn't quite as easy to retrieve as I was led to believe. I wager you know where it is, though. So maybe you tell me where it is, and I don't let my boys have a go at you before I kill you. Oh, she's a funny one. Just what I needed. Now kill these idiots.
Enemy!
This might be a trap.
Let's go! Now you take that! Let's go!
Ready. There! Be careful.
We're coming for you!
I got your back!
Back.
This will be your release! Good hit!
You...
Watch your step. This might be a trap.
Look there, a cunning trap.
This is the room. How do we get the shield? You two, see if you can spot anything. It seems some of these tiles are different from the others. That's it. We've got it.
Doesn't look like much.
The skill of our crafters has come far since then. But still, the Shield of Iduken.
I can feel it. It's inspirational.
You say so. It's just a shield. Back in the direction we came from, at the crossroads.
To the crossroads.
Did you hear that? Could be more of those mercenaries.
Or Darkspawn reinforcements. Either way, we should... Be careful.
I'm here!
Ready here.
No quarter! Just tell me what to do.
Here.
tell me what to do.
Point me in the right direction.
The trap.
They don't stand it!
For Orzammar!
As you say.
I think I broke something.
It is begun.
Is that an Idukan signet ring? I guess that's how they got in here. The ring is Trian's. That means he... The first way we can hurt him is to find that shield ourselves. You have your orders, boys. Trian were really scheming against us, this would be the perfect place for an ambush. We've got the shield, and we're all alone out here. Of course.
What's that you're muttering about? Uh-huh. All right, then.
trust valor, sister. Anything you have to say can be said here in front of our men. I didn't wear it today. I didn't wish to risk losing it in battle. You dare accuse me of your own treachery? You have plotted to murder me so you could take my place as heir. You convinced Beilern to help take my men and me by surprise. Do you deny it? I have every right to judge you. I am your prince and your elder brother. Every tradition, everything that makes us who we are, demands your loyalty to me. You and your companions will throw down your weapons, confess your treason, and be tried in front of the Assembly. It will be your end, sister. May the stone reject your unworthy, treacherous body. Kill the traitors!
Enemy! Launching! Foolish.
Hurry, father, before it's too...
By all the ancestors, what has happened here?
It seems we weren't fast enough. Beilern was right.
My daughter, tell me this isn't what it looks like.
Can you prove it?
My lady is innocent.
Sir Gorham, your loyalty makes you a useless witness. It falls to others to tell the story. You, Scout, what happened here?
Trian and his men were here early. It seems they'd done battle with the Darkspawn. Lady Iduken came up to them, all friendly-like, but when we got close, she ordered us to attack.
It is a valid question. The man is low-born and could easily be bought.
Frandlin Ivo, you are a good and noble man. Did the scout speak the truth?
He did, my lord. It was terrible. Prince Trian didn't stand a chance. Afterward, my lady stripped his signet ring.
You treacherous bastard! Silence, Gorham! Do you have anything else to say, my daughter? I want to believe that. I really do.
Bind her. She will be judged before the Assembly. To Orzammar.
Leave us alone, will you please?
Yes, sir.
My lady. I would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you? And I for you, my heart. I bring little but bad news, though. Beilern has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed. He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice. He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years. I'm afraid so. Some of the lords, especially Heromonte, are suspicious of Baelin's instant rise to power. They are rallying, but far too slowly. The Assembly has already sentenced both of us. My knighthood will be stripped, my name torn from my family records. But I will be allowed to attempt some sort of life on the surface. Lord Heromonte moved for a similar exile for you, but Baelin's supporters overwhelmed him. You are to be sealed in the deep roads to fight Darkspawn until you are overwhelmed and killed. That may have been Baelin's first mistake. Lord Heromonte gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the deep roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens, you may be able to escape with Duncan. The Grey Wardens don't care about a person's past. They recruit for daring, intelligence, and martial power. If you can find them, I'm sure you can join them and escape the deep roads. They're down there somewhere. It's just a matter of surviving long enough to track them. I begged to go with you and fight at your side, but Baelin's pet nobles wouldn't hear of it. I know you will, but still. Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up. I will always be your man, my Lady Iduken.
They are ready for you now. Here is the prisoner, Lord Heromonte.
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the records. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the deep roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out? I understand your anger. You should have been allowed to defend yourself. Had I the power to stop this, I would have. Look me in the eye and tell me you didn't do this. For your father's sake. Very well, if that's the way you want it. Soldier, hand the accused your sword and shield. Open the doors and let the condemned walk through. May the stone accept you when you fall.
As you say. Shall be done. Very well. I shall do it. As you say. I shall do it. It is begun. May the Paragons watch over me. As you say. shall be done. It is begun. Look there, a cunning trap. As you say. As you say. It's a trap. Look there. A cunning trap. Very well. Now it's done. Very well. The trap! Look there! A cunning trap! It is begun. Sometimes silence is best. It shall be done. It shall be done. Very well. It shall be done. It shall be done. Do it. I shall do it. Watch out! Damn you! It is begun. None shall see me. a fine thing we've done. Look there, a cunning trap. Best be wary. I shall do it. It is begun. I shall do it. Most excellent! Look there. Cunning trap. It is begun. It's a trap. As you say. As you say. Missed!
By the Maker, it's a dwarf.
Lady Iduken,
What are you doing here alone? Where are your troops? Ah, you have been made to walk the deep roads, then.
You mean you were exiled? What happened?
I do not think matters of dwarven honor are any business of ours. You need not answer, friend. Lord Trian? I see. The brutal intrigue of the Dwarven court continues then. Your father intimated as much. I will not ask what happened. You are the child of my old friend, and do not deserve to die in this pit. You have already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. I've been searching for those with your level of ability. Your exploits in the Deep Road set you apart. As leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order. Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the Darkspawn hordes led by King Kalen. Stay close. There are still Darkspawn around every corner. We will be traveling south through the hinterlands.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend.
I remind you that you speak to the King of Ferelden.
Don't worry, Duncan. Ha! Eamon just wants enough.
What the King said.
Greetings.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, The lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzamar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzamar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. I don't want to do this in front of my sister.
Why not? She knows the slope of the land, don't you, girl? Listen to the kid. She knows the deal you made. She keeps her head down and does whatever jobs I don't want to dirty my fist with. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brat. Then you both go free. And I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life. That's what everyone likes. A casteless with a big mouth. But I didn't come for the joy of your company. I've been looking at my investments, and this one hasn't borne much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested. It's nothing definite, but he said he wanted to see me again.
Excuse me if I don't start knitting booties. Until I do, you're the one who's going to keep paying her debts with your service to the Carta. Good guess. Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
I'm sorry you had to see that. And I feel like every time you do, it kills something in you. You were such a loving child. I hate what this place made you into. That's why I didn't tell you. Barat's been warning me ever since 2 of his other girls found patrons at Lord Heromont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient. You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life. It's sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers are more danger to each other than to Darkspawn. That it's an insult to the smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't wish to insult the warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead an army just as well. I have little love for the nobles, but they know, more than we ever will, what the Darkspawn have taken from our kind. Every noble I've met has had a brother or a nephew killed in the deep roads. Yet they let their arrogance blind them to the fact that we could help defend the city against the Darkspawn. Perhaps, though the thought of falling to cutthroats or dying of plague is hardly more comforting. But we don't have time for this now. Lesky must be waiting, and Barat won't like it if I'm late for my appointment. You know how desperate the nobles are for more children? They can barely field enough soldiers to hold the walls against the Darkspawn. If I could give one of them a son, the whole house would celebrate, and we'd all be raised up to noble caste to join the family. It's what Barat's betting on. That's why he paid for my clothes, my voice lessons. He wants to share the reward. Yes, that is, I hope. He certainly seems charming. He treats me like a real lady. Not just someone to tumble and forget. I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong. It just seems too mad to think of one of the most important men in Orzammar with someone like me. Anyway, time is rusting and I need to get dressed. These fashions will be the death of me. 100 buttons on each sleeve. And Lesky's probably already outside waiting for you. Money gives him power. He's got family on the surface, which means he can smuggle up lyrium and smithcrafts, and bring down silks, wines, and furs. And he played it smart. When he started expanding, he made sure it was only the casteless he shook down for protection, so the guardsmen didn't care. As far as the nobles are concerned, he still stinks of Dust Town. He's got money now, but you can't buy caste, you know? No noblewoman would risk a dalliance with him. His only chance to join a noble family is to claim kinship with a concubine who bears a noble son. And that's what he wants more than anything. Don't you? Imagine what it would be like not to have people look at us like we're sewer sludge. To think our lives are worth something. It wouldn't be the first time. Garelon the Blood Risen was born casteless, you know, before he went to the surface. And he came back and won the throne. Many paragons have humble origins. All that matters is that the Assembly recognizes their achievements. And once they get that vote, they found their own house, and are as noble as if the ancestors themselves had made it so. So what are you standing around here for? Go do something great. Oh, don't pay attention to her. She's just a bitter old drunk. She also said you'd never learn to walk, or stop dumping in the bed. Make something of yourself just to spite her. Money gives him power, and he played it smart. When he started expanding, he made sure it was only the castle. Don't underestimate him. Barat has thugs who'd kill their own mothers just to work for him. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight. What is it? I'm kind of in a hurry. Well, there are enough of us now that they have a name for us. They call us noble hunters. It's not like we're stalking them for food. If they didn't want what we're offering, believe me, there'd be nobody doing it. After they tell everyone the ancestors cursed us because we're casteless, no noble wants that said of his son's mother. If I give birth to a noble son, I'd become his concubine. An official member of his house as long as the child lives. My family comes with me to ensure I keep no ties to Dust Town. There are few enough of us even without the Darkspawn. With the boys lost every year in the deep roads, Orzammar will only keep shrinking. The noble lords all need to provide new sword arms for their house, and their wives can't do it alone. The soldiers who guard the deep roads bring mixed tales. Attacks on Orzammar have died down, but the breeding sites are bigger than ever. The Shapers say it follows a historical pattern. When the Darkspawn pull back, it's usually to mount an assault on the surface. Like a dwarf who was chewed and swallowed by some great beast and spat into a pool of acid. I saw the corpse of one Prince Trian slew, and I couldn't sleep for days. The nobles say they once covered the entire empire, but it's been a long time since they were anything but a buffer zone against the Darkspawn. Whatever you like, as long as we finish in the time it takes me to fasten this sleeve. Well, you've seen more of his bad side than I have. Barat likes to call himself a provider. He says he has the contacts to get almost everything into or out of Orzammar. He's been careful. He arms his men with cast-offs. Nothing that would insult the warrior caste. And he feeds the guardsmen's vices. Gambling, women, fresh figs from the surface. Whatever they want. Then will you let me finish getting dressed? Or are you determined to talk right through my appointment? Off with you then. Lesky's probably waiting outside.
I shall do it. Very well.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika? Don't you sass me, you ungrateful brat. I made you, and I can make another just like you. Then you should have left me there. What have I got that's worth living for? I know you both hate me. I know what I done to you, but it was for your own good. The world's a cruel place. You had to learn that. You think you'd be where you are now if I'd let you hide from a few slaps? Everything you are, I made you. I tried my best. They treat us like dust, tell us we're cursed. How else are we supposed to live? We got nothing. There's no way out for any of us. You can try, but you'll never get it off you. Dust Town, it sticks to the skin. You don't bleed red enough for them, and nothing's gonna change that. All you can do is find some way to forget.
As you say.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl. You're just jealous because you want the majesty of Lesky for yourself, you shameless hussy. What do you say? I kinda hoped you'd forgotten that. But as much as I'd love to keep chatting, we better get down to business. No such luck. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back. Well, yours will be a short and tragic relationship. You ready to show him some pain? You know, gold, lyrium, spices. Anything that Barat might cut someone's head off to get. All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters. Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.
Two bits for the needy. I seen you before. You're one of Barat's girls, the one with the sword. You don't know from needy. Not until you're my age. I used to work in the mines, checking the new tunnels for bad air. Set me down with a candle, and there must have been a pocket of gas, because it went up like dragon's breath. Healer saved my life, but I can't half walk. What's a man supposed to do? You got some spare feet? If not, a silver would fill that void real nice. Ooh, you drive a hard bargain, soldier. You looking for someone to shine your shoes, clean your pots, keep you warm at night? Is that what you're looking for? That's worth 10 bits, no? Barat don't like it when you do killings off his books. I don't know much, but I know that. So clear out, Duster. I wouldn't take your coin anyway.
Spare silver. My boy needs medicine. The docs say he won't wake without it.
What are you doing
Have
here,
you heard?
Brian?
King's got a team who found traces of Bronca in the deep roads.
Oh?
No, tools. Signs of camp, things like that.
Been gone 2 years. No one survives the deeps that long.
The ancestors were smiling on my bets today. Another round for the house.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Ascaius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name? Hey, you can't just... This is a public place. You got no right. I know people. I'm under the personal protection of a Norbarat. Try stealing from me and he'll... I've known him since we were both on the teat. We're like brothers. Oh no. What did he tell you? He doesn't think I'd play the turncoat, does he? Because that would be too much. I don't think I could handle. You mean you're not here to kill me? Oh, great stone, my heart. How's a man supposed to think when you start threatening like that? Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat? Not long. I mean, I'm not cheating him. I mean, this is my first time. Oh, please don't kill me. I've got a lot of lyrium. Maybe we could work something out. Share and share alike? I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore, sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say?
With pleasure. Could everyone who isn't about to die please turn around for a moment? This may be unpleasant. Thank you.
You can't do this. Help! Call the guardsmen! This is murder!
You two let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the back.
It's just a bunch of rocks. You're gonna kill me for that? No! Barat won't get away with this.
I shall do it.
given. Our skill has won the day!
We have to get this stuff back to Barat before he starts wondering what we've been doing.
Great prices on all arms and armor.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Ascaius? Some people are slow learners. You should have known. You don't lie to me. I can smell it. Did I make that clear? I thought I made that clear. Now, did you find out what I asked you for or not? One lousy nugget. You want me to believe that's all he got off with?
He said he kept most of it topside. That was all he had on him.
Very interesting. Seeing how my cousin happened to be at the tapsters this afternoon. And he says he saw more than one lyrium nugget changing hands before that duster hit the tiles. Jarvia, search them. They got anything that looks like more coin than they're worth, take it. I'm going to give you one more chance. One job. You split on this one, and you and your sweet sister are both out on the street. Not if you know what's healthy for you. This one, I want you invisible. The Warrior cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing. Topsiders see a couple of Darkspawn, they start crying and running to Papa Orzammar. They know dwarves are the best when it comes to Darkspawn, so they're here to recruit a couple of bodies to prevent another blight. Because why should humans have to live with what we get every day? There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Ũza마의, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Evaird's a long shot. Just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand? The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find Evaird, see who he's fighting and when. When the name Ũza마의 comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly. So don't use it until just before his fight. He should have an alcove for his pre-fight preparations. All the fighters are provided basins of water. If you're asking how to sneak in there, you're pretty much saying you're no good to me. He's the kind of warrior who wants to show off his oiled physique to a cheering crowd. You think he wants scum like us making money on him? Don't let him know what you're doing. Just find his chamber, see when he's fighting, then go to Ũza마의 and dump the drug. I'm not asking you to distill it, just drop it into a basin. That's all you need to know. It'll be in the big arena north of the Commons. Normally castless aren't allowed on the grounds, but I got you a pass. It says you're there to clean up the waste trenches, not to watch the fights, so don't look conspicuous. You'll be in the fighters' quarters under the stands. You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Averd's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Go back. Oh, scum.
Turn around, Brand. No castless on the grounds. Looks legitimate. Go on through, then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
Stone's Embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens.
Stone met, and blessings on your house. That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed, or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely? My apologies. The intricacies of Dwarven society are still foreign to me. I meant no offense. My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you. Ah, of course. That's what the face brand means, then. I remember that now. For saying hello? My friend, to a Grey Warden, nothing short of a slavering darkspawn waking you in your bedroom counts as harassment. Actually, I'm glad I met you. Whenever we come to Orzammar, we always stay in the Diamond Quarter. You forget how much of the city you miss. The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here. And I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
Sod it. He's stone drunk. He could draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Barat's gonna kill us if we slip up on this. He's still mad about the time I accidentally told that barkeep Barat had demanded free ale delivered to my door. Hey, I just had an idea. So, you've been rubbing my nose at how you're the meanest thing with a blade, right? Averd's armor is over there, and you're about the same size. You can't let anyone know it's you. If they find out, you'll be executed. They'll say it's an offense to the ancestors. If you want to tell the Wardens, at least wait until some time when you can bolt if you need to. You've got a heart of steel, Selraka. Get in the armor.
Bout 3 is next. Officer Minar versus the warrior Averd. Fighters, report to the ring.
No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight. And don't forget to keep your helmet down.
Very well.
Stone met, Averd. I believe it is time for your bout. May fortune favor your fight, Averd. Are you ready? As you say.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for our honored guests, the Grey Warden. The warrior Averd, son of Galton, will fight Officer Minar, survivor of the battle at Tar Ellerin.
You honor me with this fight. May the stone show the boldest heart through the strongest arm.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Enough! As you say. As you say. Don't be a fool! Very well. I shall do it. Don't be a fool! I shall do it. As you say. Best be wary. It shall be done.
The winner is Averd! A truly memorable fight. The young cadet vanquishes the wily veteran. Healer, see to his injuries. The warrior Averd, son of Galton, will fight last year's Journeyman Division champion, Adalbo, proven in glory before the stone.
You honor me with this fight. May we both win glory in the eyes of our lords.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Shall be done.
We fight for honor!
I shall do it. It shall be done.
The winner is Eved! The ancestors have withdrawn their blessings and embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Eved, son of Galton, will fight Nenka, Silent sister in training. She has made her vows, but not completed her blooding. Will she be accepted into the legendary order? That will depend on her performance today. First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Begun. Very well. Shall be done. I can do it. Enough! The winner is Eved! Linka went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Eved will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion of the ring against... What? Time out already? Hey! That's my armor! Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred...
Wait, I know that man. That's Eved. Then what imposter did I fight?
Remove your helmet, warrior, and let all who watch you see your face. You insult the very nature of this proving! Guards, take this filth away!
Hold your man, I pray you. This warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your presence, Warden, but this proving is not solely for you. There are laws which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This woman is no warrior. She is casteless, rejected by the ancestors. Her very footsteps pollute the stone. She has no place here.
Except as your champion.
you awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me? How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight? Shh. Keep your voice down. I'm in the next cell over. After they locked us in the Proving Master's booth for a while, a whole squad of guards transferred us here. Public whipping, loss of your left hand for stealing the armor, loss of your right hand for befouling a smith's work, public flaying for impersonating a higher caste, and if that doesn't kill you, they'll put you to death for polluting the Proving. That Grey Warden suggested exile, but it didn't seem like anyone was listening. You think I didn't look for a way out? Rika's not the only one in danger here. They could kill us. But these cells are built straight into the wall, and they confiscated all my lockpicks. What's it look like on your side? You see any way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that. You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you. All he needs to know is that you exposed him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together. Sorry we had to put you in separate cells, or I'd suggest you have a last tumble. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
Leave off with your noise. You're giving me a headache. Where? I don't see nothing wrong. Oh, you're probably just upset. I remember one time when Mistress Jarvia was mad at me. She didn't lock me up, but she yelled a lot. And she hit me on the head. But it was real nice of her not to kill me.
Shall be done. I shall do it. As you say. Away with you! I shall do it.
Leave off with your noise. Where? Stop bothering me. I don't know. Mistress Jarvie didn't say anything about you talking to her. No. Jarvie said not to let you out of my sight. You stay in your cell and be quiet. Stop bothering me. I don't know. I'm not supposed to talk to you. Mistress Jarvia, she said wait here till the boss gets back. All right. As you should.
It shall be done.
Stop bothering me. Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm not supposed to talk to you.
Very well. I shall do it. As you say. Very well. I shall do it. Very well. It shall be done.
If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Berat what we've done. If we want to get away with this, we can. I have to tell Berat what we've done.
As you say. It's a trap.
I'll get on it.
It is begun. I shall do it. Enemy is approaching! Good. Another down. It is begun.
Cutting the whore free. If that freak of a sister of hers can't stay in her place, I don't need precious Rika either.
Rika? That the one you got all done up in lace? I've been wanting to get my hands on that.
I know what you mean. She's yours if you want her, boys. And let me tell you, it tastes as good as it looks. What in sod all is that doing out of its cage? Come on, boys. The little whore needs to learn her place.
Enemy! He's approaching! I shall do it. Most excellent!
Did you see him there all when we're done with you? And you just charged in and sodding slaughtered him! You have to be the luckiest duster in Orzammar. Berat's dead. And we're standing here! Hail to the sodding king! Well, he sure was talking like she's still alive. But I won't turn down the chance to go take another peek. Hey, could you tell Rika I killed him? I mean, it doesn't do you any good if she thinks you're the most virile warrior in all the stone. An excellent point. Now let's go find somewhere to hide.
shall be done. Very well. It is begun.
You're not supposed to be here. Wait, is that blood? Ancestors, protect me!
There they are! Seize the fugitives! Drop your weapons and walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist. He's dead? Barat had many enemies, but also powerful allies.
Barat would have butchered us if she hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated her courage. We Grey Wardens travel far and wide in search of those with the potential to join our ranks. It seems I have found one. Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This woman is wanted for treason. You can't do this.
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people, but it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the Blight. Then you will be subject to whatever sentence the Shapers choose to impose. I think you know what that sentence would be. I would spare you from it, and for an excellent cause. And I see your friend would like to speak to you as well. Why don't you see what they have to say before you give your final answer? Have you spoken with your friend and sister? Hurry. The King's army awaits at Ostagar. I would not like to return and discover we have arrived too late. If you leave now, I will not be able to protect you. The guards will jump at any opportunity to put you to death. You know that. If you wish to say your goodbyes, do so quickly.
I couldn't believe it when Sir Duncan said he wanted to recruit you. I was ready to kill you when I heard what you did at the Proving. But it worked out for the best. You're not seriously thinking of refusing, are you? This is like being raised to nobility. Think about it. If you ever come back to Orzammar, you'll stay in the Diamond Quarter. There are separate rooms set aside for the wardens. Everyone will respect you. Everyone who spat on us. You could recruit the King's own sons if you want. If I were you, I'd talk to Sir Duncan more. It's time for you to go. A new life awaits you.
I cannot believe Duncan would offer such an honor.
Those guys must have seriously cracked your skull. You're not gonna turn down being a Grey Warden, are you? Well, don't you worry about that. Old Lesky'll take care of her. She'll be the first one telling you to go. She never wanted this to be your life. Everyone in that Proving fought Darkspawn, and you sure flogged them. I went up one time for Barat. It's real bright. She can hardly see anything, and everything smells funny, like food instead of stone. But a city's a city. And up there, no one cared about the brand on my face. You're lost then. But it'll be good to keep you around to blame things on.
Have you spoken with your friend and sister?
Then you cannot interfere, Duncan. Guards, arrest her now. This time, shackle her.
With the Blight upon us, I cannot afford to waste such talent. Our agreements with the Assembly of Orzammar give the Grey Wardens the right to conscript any warriors we require. This woman's clever mind and quick hand would strengthen our order, and I'm conscripting her to join. I'm afraid I can. I'm sorry you do not come willingly, but you will come. If you wish to die, die fighting the Darkspawn, and not by the Executioner's axe. I hope that eventually you will recognize this as a fresh start. Before we brave the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace, since you have so few possessions of your own. It was once wielded by the Warden Forel Idukan. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue his proud example. Goodbye, my friends, and thank you for your hospitality. We will be traveling.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. You've got yourself a lively one, Duncan. And I was beginning to think the Wardens were all stodgy priests. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar. Sounds like there's a story behind that. You must regale me with it sometime. As you wish. Now perhaps I'll tempt you someday with a bottle of the finest dwarven brew from the royal cellar. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3...
What the king...